Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing today? Listen, today is going to be an absolutely awesome and amazing day. And it comes to me, actually, the next few days are going to be very, very interesting for you. Yes, very interesting for you. I don't do the time thing because there is no time when it comes to the divine. All right? Time is endless. Yes. So we're going to see what the word is today. We need a word from you. Yeah, that's what we're going to see. Listen, I am so happy to be here. I am. I'm very happy to be here for you. And I'm happy to see what amazing message we have for you today. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. This morning on my podcast I talked about, I should say what came through was an amazing message. And it really talked about how there are so many of you who are stuck. Mentally, you have been stuck. And you're stuck because of the journey that you're on is so quite different from anything you've ever experienced, and also the people that are in your life are being affected by this magnificent change, okay? And we realize in this process of transformation, in the process of change, it's so unfamiliar. The energy is shifting in your life, around you. Your angelic spirit team is moving and shifting things around as we are adjusting spiritually to the change. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. I want you to have some respect for yourself, okay? Because what you're going to realize and what you're going to come into the knowledge of further on down the line, you're going to realize that you had been given an assignment that had so much weight from the beginning. It had so much weight. There was so much that you really have no idea of, had no idea. In a world, i.e. your own world, you thought you had it. You thought you knew what your goal was. You knew what the plan was and what you were to charge to, but yet you never understood why as you began to charge, and the more you would charge, there was more resistance that seemed to turn you back around, back from where you had gone, where you had come from. Right? You had no knowledge and awareness of the fact that it was divinely orchestrated for you to go back and for you to start over. But not in the sense of starting over, starting over, but for you to reflect. Remember when? Some of those roads that you crossed, that you thought you would never cross again. Remember when? You see now? Wait a minute, hold on. What did that mean? That meant, oh my goodness, I thought that meant this back then. But now that I'm here today, it means what? It was actually an opportunity for you to take another look, to gain new perspective. New perspective. It's not an easy journey, but it's a rewarding one. New perspective. So let's see what new perspective we've got today. How y'all doing? I choose to be guided. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. What we gonna do? Are we playing a game or we just gonna drop the word? What is it? Come on, Holy Spirit. We need a word from you. Yeah. Guys, I have to go get me some garlic. So I have a little scratchy. I was dealing with some scratchiness on the throat. What? What are we talking about? That's what happened when you come out of hiding. You start connecting with people. And God only knows what that means, right? Yeah, baby. So, whoa. Oh, Spirit said take them all. Okay, start right here. Okay, we're not going nowhere, honey. We're going to start right here. That's what we're going to do. Because guess what? As we choose to be guided, we do exactly what the divine says to us, for us to do. Now, I don't know why that just got, wow. Why did it just get darker? I don't even know. But guess what? Don't worry about it. Did a light turn? That is so weird. Did the light blow out? I don't know what just happened. What y'all doing over there? What kind of energy y'all bringing up in here? Oh, wow. Yeah. Holy Spirit, how we do it? How we do it? How we... Okay. Ooh. Usually, I take things upright, especially when it comes to this oracle deck. I take it upright. We're going to read them upright, but the Spirit told me the message also is on the flip side. Here's what it is, darling. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Acceptance. Death came in the reverse. Spirit said, read it upright. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. You're having to accept the situations in your life. Some things are ending. And being able to accept the endings has been very difficult for you. So your affirmation today is to accept. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You have to accept the things that you cannot change. It's not your fault. Let it go. I want you to listen to the podcast that we did earlier today, because it's not your fault. Sometimes there are scenarios in our life where we may fight to stay in a situation, fight to stay relevant, fight for somebody, fight for somebody else's life, somebody else's situation. And they continue to go back to the situation. But then at the end of the day, sometimes those people, you'll have people that don't even know that you did it, don't respect the sacrifices that you made, even though your intentions were good. They don't accept that. It's hard for them to accept what you had done for them. In cases where scenarios end up turning left, a lot of times people will blame you, convict you, as if you didn't fight hard enough or you didn't do enough for them. Whether this is a relationship, a situationship, romantic or platonic, And then there comes a time that you have to understand that this experience has to transpire. You have to let it go, and you have to accept the truth of the scenario. Come on, Spirit. Wow. So, I'm going to take a little drink of coffee because the Spirit just said something. I stand corrected in the direction, the way I'm explaining it to you. The Spirit said there is a death in the awakening. A death in the awakening. And in that awakening process, the person that I'm speaking to have had a hard time accepting the death in the awakening, have not been able to accept the tower. You haven't been able to accept the tower. Wow, that's why the lights went off. Now the lights back on. I don't know. Now it's all of a sudden real bright. Come on now, Spirit, I cannot. You have not been able to accept the death in the process. Your ego. Okay. Your ego. The Spirit said that's the meat and potato of this message. Come on, God. That's the meat and potato of the message here. This is the foundation that we're talking about. Spirit says it's a hard pickle to swallow. A thick one. Come on. To swallow. So now here goes the direction that comes after that meat and potatoes of the situation, your truth, that you have not been willing to accept the death in the process, the death in the awakening, which is the only death that humankind experiences. Spirit said we're going to take it back to this. Pick these up again. Okay, listen, y'all. Honey. You have stormed around, running around, tearing down things in your life and in others. And the whole time, it was the divine calling you to rewind, to start over. To start over in your process of ascending to the next channel. So what are we saying when we're saying starting over? Does that even I say, like, start over? You know? Giving me the exact Say, keep this up. Giving me the example of a movie. A movie that you've already watched. And if in the process of looking at a movie that you've already watched, say it's real good, you want to watch it again. So you start it over. And it's a joy to start it over. Or maybe it's something that you missed. Like, let me start that over. Let me rewind that. Let me get that part. Let me start that part over again. Or let me start that section, that series over again. You may start a portion of a series over again, but you didn't start from the beginning. You just started maybe the series episode 10, not going back to episode 1, but episode 10. Let me rewind that again, so that I can gain a new perspective, so that I can come into a new understanding, awareness of what I just did. They just say that. And then again, there are other ways that you can look at even this scenario of starting over. Rewind, reflect where you've been and where you think that you know what it was and you know what it meant. It's time for you to look again at where you were at that particular chapter, so that you can ascend, so that you can go through the necessary death in the process of the ascension. And then accept what you come to realize. Accept it. Accept the mess of you. Accept the role that you played in. Accept the role that you played in it. Guys, the Spirit is speaking, okay? Don't rush me. What you talking about now? The death and the ascension. So that you can transcend into, so that you can ascend and transform into the beautiful spirit being that you are called to be. That's what this is all about. You've been, and this came in the reverse, you've been not willing to accept your freedom. Not willing to accept your freedom. Wow. See, as we are embarking upon, I digress. We don't even want to lose y'all. Like, we just gonna keep it personal right now. We're gonna keep it right on you. Yeah, we're gonna keep it right on you. Right on you. You have not been willing to step into your freedom. Bound. Mentally. Not willing to let go of everything that you think that you know. Let's get something to drink a little bit. Egypt may be important to somebody. I got some Egyptian tea in here. Y'all know I come from Egypt too. That's one of my souls, part of my soul's genealogy. Okay, let's get back. I'll be feeling like I'm like outside playing like, you know. Because we listening to the Lord. Not willing. Let me stop trying to hide this finger. I got to do my nails. So we can get over that. And I can stop trying to hide it. See, I'm telling you these days, listen, when it comes to anything that I think that I'm like, oh no, I don't want to, I don't, just like that. And again, okay, let's stop. I don't know, but these lights, when the lights turn off, I'm trying to think that's the spirit. That girl, stop. Let's get into yourself. Okay, back to the lecture at hand. Okay. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And you're in denial of that truth. Because it's time for us to grow up. Okay, you're in denial of that, whoever I'm speaking to. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So you're uncomfortable with that truth that is going to lend you to freedom. Not wanting to accept the tower, the death in the process of ascension. Because you've been mentally bound by the indoctrination, the teachings, or whatever that you have about the scenario, even if it has to do with a marriage or relationship or something. I don't care what it is. It's you not, whatever it is that you have been taught about a thing that has you stuck in your mind. You have been in denial about God said about how you've been being guided and directed. About how you've been how you're being guided. The way you're being guided, it scares you. That's why it's important for you to go back. Go back. Sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, when it comes to the defense of something, or you trying to really analyze something, I am very analytical, right? As well as creative and artistic, right? But some may say an autistic. I heard y'all out there, the peoples. Anyway, and that would be beautiful if it was so. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, it's not, but it, and so if it was, those are very, 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 very intelligent spirit beings on this planet. Thank God for those who are in that category. I have grandchildren, yes, that are autistic. Friends that used to come to my children's home. We used to come to my children's home, our home, when they were children, were also autistic, and they were absolutely so beautiful. So beautiful. And there are different versions of that beautiful color, that beautiful energy that radiates, and it permeates throughout our energetic experience here. Yeah. I miss my grandchildren. That is, so yeah, I don't know why that came out, but they're very brilliant. Very brilliant. If you are someone who has an autistic child, don't hide that. Don't hide them. Share them. They're a beautiful gift. Get them whatever they need to get them in terms of the services that they need. That's important. That's very important to do that, because it can go a couple ways. You have to think about them in the way that they are, in the way that they are, in the way that they think, in the way that they communicate. My stepdaughter, she has my grandbaby, and when she was given a profound dream that helped her to understand about our baby, and that was, he can hear and understand everything. He's just not able to communicate it. It doesn't roll off his tongue like it does. Imagine being in a scenario in your life. Spirit say, where the cat got your tongue, you can't say anything. Our beautiful baby, he goes through life like that. And he communicates as best he can, and he's so loving and beautiful. He's the one on the videos that I have on Facebook when he was 2 years old and we were playing. He caught that vision, that mantra, transformation, it is so, transformation, it is so. And we had said it in talking and conversation. He wasn't even a part of the conversation. And in the midst of playing, 2 years old, he just jumps up and he starts, transformation, it is so. I mean, he just kept going. And he was doing that a couple times that week. Let me tell you, the things that we choose to judge about, I know people on the other hand who will use faith or use some faith and other things to deny the opportunity of even change for someone to get help. Because you don't want to really deal with the scenario, then you just say, oh, I'm going to have faith and that's okay. But meanwhile, your child or yourself, you are now, you're bound. They're bound. Because you don't want to address it. You don't want to talk about it because people might say something about it. As a result of the voice that was given in my grandson's life, the people and the influence that paid attention to that, he was able to grow, smartest in class and all kind of great things. It's important for us to accept the tower. Accept it. Whatever it is. Change what you can and what you can't do it. There it is, right? Be patient with yourself. Rewind. Reverse. Look, light just came up again. Reverse. Rewind. Your story. It's something you done missed up in there. It's something in the story that you missed that got you effed up in the head, denying your freedom. You hear what I said to you now? And patience. Now, let me explain something to you. Patience, as I've said to you before, patience is not so much as it relates to time, as it relates to waiting, as it is to how you wait within the time. See, when you take the opportunity to reflect and to really go back and examine what you thought you knew, what you were so confident in that you knew and can't nobody tell you because you know it. Been there, done that. We not slamming you. We're kicking it real. It is what it is. We all, hey, look. When you go back, I accept that everything happens in divine order. Don't think about it. I can't do that because this, you're thinking about the time that you're going to waste and this, that, and the third. No, 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 no. I need you to go back and examine. I've had to do that. I've had to examine my choices. Examine. Oh my God. It was like, whoo. It was painful. It was painful. Examine, even as it relates to my children. Examine, okay, what is my part in it? What could I have done better? What is my part in that relationship? What could I have done better? What did I learn? What did I learn? Have patience. That means to suffer without complaint, to be resilient. I know you've been resilient so far, but you're at the process of ascending, being catapulted. In the process of ascending and catapulting, darling, you get pulled back, real tough and hard. Pull back so that you can go forward. And what is this? Judgment. Any outside influences that you may be dealing with in the experience that you are experiencing, there is judgment, but I'm getting this gum out of my mouth because you know what? It's conflicting with things. Okay. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Wow. You're judging. Yeah, that's why you got to go back. Because see, you're proud. You're judging a scenario and it's actually a complete opposite of the way you think it is. Yeah. Complete opposite. There's something else going on. And you need to reconsider. Woo, you see that light? The spirit is all up in here. Don't worry about it. Because there's no lights changing, nothing else like that. Let me just tell you that. Okay? So, but you've been proud. You don't want to do that because you know what? You're scared to admit any involvement that you may have played in the scenario and how it truly may be quite different. Not about you. Please pardon me, guys. I didn't want to have to get up and move. But we got that. Okay. I'm getting this cold out of me. I think because I stayed up for a whole 32 hours working, right? And I was in an environment that was extremely cold. So, well, I woke up pleasantly surprised or not. Okay. Love yourself enough. Love yourself enough to give yourself grace and to make this move. Love your soul. I know you may not understand all that soul stuff yet. But your soul is really wanting to be free itself. It needs your cooperation. Happy soul, happy life. Remember what I said to you now. Your soul is a separate entity. It literally is. You're carrying that. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You got baby inside. That's right. You came here carrying. You came in here on a mission of service to your soul. To your soul, you came here on a mission of service to your soul. That's all of us. However, whoever I'm talking to, Don't spend time judging, pointing to the finger and looking at somebody else in this scenario that we're talking about. This has to do with you, baby. Yeah. Yeah. It's tearing you up inside. You don't even want, you like, huh? The idea to even fathom that there is a different way to look at a particular scenario got you effed up. Meditation, meditate day in and day out. I remember one time when someone was being very evil towards me. I mean, just relentlessly. And it was in a business setting, and they were being very evil towards me. And as a result of them being so evil towards me, I remember crying to God, literally, and I was thinking that people are just really mean. It was like I was 45 and then could realize, like, people are mean in the world. What the hee-haw hell is that, right? So anyway, the Spirit was like, stop playing with me. Like, you know what to do. If they're throwing evil towards you, because this person would walk in a room and it seemed like everybody shift. Everybody, the energy of everybody in the room would shift towards the negative energy that was coming from this person. And so the divine gave me something to look at and say, you know what to do. If they're throwing that at you, then you throw love towards them. I'm like, huh? It's like, it's a spiritual warfare. It's like, they're throwing the evil dart, you throw the love dart. You don't have to say anything. I will talk, and I'm a master at it now. I'll be throwing love, right? we shooting in a different kind of way, right? So that's what I was doing. So in the process of doing that, then the Spirit told me, how would you like to see it? I'm like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I'm not here to try to make friends like that, honestly. I am very mission driven, and I love my babies, and so I'm family oriented. So I love my children and my grandchildren and all of that. I am very family oriented. But anyway, not about me right now. This is this story, so it can give you an example here. I know how it feels to not want to even give about it. You get it? Because that's how I was. I didn't care. I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep if I know that I didn't do anything to offend. And a lot of times when you are a star, a sunshine, when you are the light in the room, just energetically, you are that. Guess what happens? Listen, on a spiritual side, they don't like you. A person may not care for you and don't even know why. They don't even know you, right? You literally don't know you. But it's really the energy. This is a spiritual war, like I said. So anyhow, wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and the rulers of darkness. Believe what I'm trying to tell you. So in this scenario, Spirit was like, how would I like to see it? And I'm like, oh man, me with my attitude, like, I really don't care, just leave me alone. You don't have to be so mean, And the Spirit was like, again, I'm like, okay. What would I imagine? What would Jesus do, if you would, right? Which is our example of the journey. I tell people, I take the journey that Jesus took, and I follow the divine source energy in my guidance. So in this experience, I'm like, man, I can imagine, because I knew I could vision peace amongst us. I'm not going to control the process of how it's going to get there. I'm going to forget the need to even care, but I'm going to picture this conclusion. So I decided in that moment to picture the conclusion of us being cool, of us laughing as friends and talking. And I pictured that in that moment. I created a scenario of peace, a vision of it, and I let it go, and I got excited about it. And the only thing I kept doing was, as the darts would come, I would just send love, but my intention of peace had already been established. Within a month, everything shifted. And that very person ended up knocking on my door, and we ended up being cool and having friends and had them over for dinner, and it was great. But that was because of the vision. Because it could have gone way left, but it didn't. And that person probably didn't even realize why it was the way it was. But spiritually, intellectually, I should say intuitively, I knew. So, this may be a scenario that you dare not revisit. Rewind. What? I'm not interested in rewinding that. I already know what it is. I feel you, but you don't. That's why this message is coming through. It's been a hostile takeover up in here, okay? Did you see the lights going on and off and all that kind of flickering and all that kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is serious. Whoever you are, you're being called to the table, to the stand, okay? You are being called to the stand. And guess what, baby? The judge has spoken. You are not, you look. Stop judging. It's not what you think. Let it go and revisit the chapter so that you can ascend, so that you can transform, so that you can come into this immaculate experience of love, joy, and happiness. The true love, true joy, true happiness. Forget the need to know everything. Forget the need to know everything. And when I say that, I'm saying also, whoever you are, beautiful queen, beautiful king, whoever you are, you do know a lot. You know a lot because the divine speaks with you. You are connected. You stay in the vortex. So you do know. And there are rooms that you should know, but there are rooms that you may be called to actually transform. And guess what? To be a light, a guiding light for them. And in that space, you don't have to announce that you know. And this is something I had to tell myself, so I know I'm not the only one. Maybe I am. Spirit say, but I'm not. And I had another understanding of forget the need to know everything. And that was, you don't have to say all the time that you know, even though you may know. You don't have to tell everybody that you know. Now, when you're teaching and you're doing what you're doing, you know what you know, and you stand strong in that, confidently do so. But then there are times so that there is not jealousy, that you're not fueling jealousy, and your message is being, you're allowing your message to be received by all. Respectfully, forget the need to know everything. Just don't, you don't have to tell them. At the time of the conversation that it comes around and it's an opportunity for you to speak and say what you know, then say what you know as you're guided. This information, you have to give it as you're guided because not everybody is in that space at the time. And you can cause for people to not want to be in that space to even know the next thing because they will remember you, know it all. They think they know everything. Sometimes people will ask you, and they still don't really want to know, but the minute you tell them the truth, they mad because you knew, okay? It's all good. Just digress. Now you know that's not the room that you are open in. And then you decide how you want to step in that space or not. Protect your peace at all costs. Right? But don't reject the opportunity to cause for there to be change, for you to be that influence. So you may be being called to that room. And if you are called to that room, then go to the room. Right? Don't deny or denounce the divine guidance because you feel that, oh no, they ain't trying to hear it. But see, if God said go, I says, go. You better go. Go, 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 go. Listen, I love y'all. Is that it, Holy Spirit? So take the animals. The animal cards. Okay, I can pick these up. So I hope this message, whoever this is for, that you are getting it. We're going to wrap it up. This morning conversation here. Are you guys enjoying it? I know not all messages are all like bumping around and all that kind of stuff, but it's food for us. Okay? It's food for us. Okay? Listen, I love you guys so much. So much, so much, so much. Ah. Summer's officially over. Officially over. Yes, it is. And that's a good thing. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. So we're going to take one off the top, one off the bottom, and one in the middle. All right. And what we got here. Let's see what we got. What we got going on. Oh, wow. You are independent and assertive. And you good with that. You should be. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. That's that. And I want you to look up the cat. My eyes are cat eyes, baby. Look up the cat and look up the cougar. Look, both of those in the same family. Those came out beautiful. Oh, wow, look at that. There's always so much unity here. Then we have the raven and the loon. The shaman energy here. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. You got some great words, the spirit. And listen, take all these messages where they resonate. Anytime you're watching any type of tarot or anything, we're playing games with our spirit team and all of that, I want you take what resonates. Don't try to make everything fit to you, because everything is not yours. I wrote a quote the other day. Everybody is not called to be a millionaire or a billionaire. Not even 1,100 there. Okay? And everybody is not called for that. But everybody is divinely given the wonderful opportunity of having more than you need and more. And definitely true joy, true love, and true happiness. You see that light? We all have that. You find the peace in knowing where you are to be and on the playing field, in the position that you were created to be, to play. It's not a collective experience. It's yours alone. Yeah. That's what it is. Intuitive. You are highly intuitive. You've been rejecting the power that you have because it conflicts with what you have known. So you've been avoiding the guidance. Somebody that I'm speaking to, you've been avoiding the intuition, the intuitive guidance to step into a certain direction, to go back, to reflect, so that you can get what you got to get. There's a new perspective that you need to grab hold of. You've been denying that. Your intuition is powerful. You have a very strong intuition. You don't fit the model. You don't fit it. That's good. different. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. Stay in your lane. I was talking to my entrepreneurs yesterday, and one thing I said, listen, when you are an entrepreneur, ICBG baby, and you're choosing to be guided, you don't have to worry about what somebody said. Let me tell you, God will teach you all things. Trust and believe. Divinely orchestrated. Your business is going to be put in place in a divine way. You don't have to follow the way that somebody said, because divine, you may have been called to be a teacher. Okay, well then I need to go to school, get a degree, or I need to go and I need to call Mary Jane and call everybody and tell them that I need some assistance because I'm about to be a teacher. No. Pause for the cause. What do you want me to do? The process in which you are going to take to become the teacher, let it be divinely guided for you. Hell, I was journalist and all of it, radio and TV personality. I didn't want to, wasn't thinking about any of that, and ended up being the best. I didn't go to school for it. As you go along and you follow, you will find yourself in places. You will find yourself in places that are exceptional. See the light? That's so you can look at me real good. Regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Check out the spiritual meaning of the lizard, spiritual meaning of the cat, spiritual meaning of the cougar, spiritual meaning of the raven, and the spiritual meaning of the loon. Check those things out, baby, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Spirit say, take one off the top. Wow. Beautiful, loving soul. The Empress energy is coming out here. It said, take the next two. The second one of the two. Look at that. Full circle. You got to look back. You got to revisit. Something has you so effed up in the head. Got you stuck. You mad, angry. Then you sad. You don't know what to be, right? Spirit is saying you got to go back and look. It's a new perspective. Take the third one down. I love when I'm being guided. Completion. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Look at that. Completion. And so is this video. Complete. And said was said now. Look at that. You have a beautiful, loving soul. Loving spirit. Yes. The world is yours. It's at your fingertips, baby. Full circle. You're completing the process. I'm telling you. Oh, man. No, he did take the one on the top. You're going to chop it up. Chop, chop. Look at that. Now, I got to look this up because I want you to get the exact meaning, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Spirit say, you think so? I think so. I think we wrapping it up. I gotta get to it. I think no. Look at that 144. Somebody, you are protected, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Da, ba, ba, ba. This is the Prince of Swords. Do. What in the world? I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all, I'm trying to get to this. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I think I have to reset my phone. I don't know why. Hmm. Let me see. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. Guys, don't worry about it. All right. I don't know what's going on, going on, going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. What in the world is that? All right. It seems like I'm going to be turning that part off because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I went into a new space and it's acting weird. Really weird. It's showing that it's on, but then it's saying that it's not on. So I don't know what's going on. I think it wants to force me to get on their system, and we're not doing that. Can we just say no? We're not doing it. Got me messed up. Yeah. It wants me to get on where I'm not doing that. So guess what we can do? Yeah, that's what it wants me to do. I can't believe this. Because it says that and it's just not letting. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn my phone off. We're gonna restart this baby. I'm gonna turn it back on and see what happens. What y'all doing? Maybe you guys are just sitting there chilling while I'm trying to figure all of this out, because I need to figure this out because I don't know why they're doing this to me. Look at that. Let's see what happens. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get myself some more of my sippy sip. Why don't you do the same thing? Okay. Y'all all right? We'll be all right. We'll be right back. Bye. All right. Let's see y'all. I know you're still there. Everybody got your tea and your coffee. Are you guys still there? Hey. How you doing? 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 What you doing? What you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. How you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, 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 yeah. What you doing? What you doing? If you wanna know, know what you doing? What you doing? Yep, I had to start it all over because they wanted me to jump on their system. You got me messed up. All right. Prince of Swords, baby. Intelligent, idealistic, and possessing strong intellect, but potentially lacking grounding or balance. Yeah. Grounding and balance. A lot of times I don't want to talk about like the unions and all that stuff. You know, my spirit be like, no, this is what that's doing. All right. It's pulling both of these together that let's pull something else. Hold on. You got to go back. It's a loving, beautiful person in your life. Whoever this is for, you got to go back and look at what you think the intentions of this beautiful soul here is quite different than what you have already assumed it to be. That person, that same person that you think that you already know. No, you don't. You don't. You gotta go back. You gotta go back. What else do we need? Let me say shuffle. Well, I thought we were done, but I guess we not. Honey, look. I am a conduit. Don't talk me to death. Yes, don't talk me to death. Okay. All right. We had a brief little break. Let's see what we have here. And that whole thing just... So take that. This is wealth, and it's a lot of coins. And then we have completion out here. Number 10. Let's see what's happening here. Spirit said thanks, because we're not done yet. And take all of those and continue. Okay. Ooh, you know how he's like, boy, you about to get in trouble. I got something to tell you, baby. This is serious. I'm so glad you guys came out to play cards today. It's always nice and interesting, the messages as they come. Yeah. Yeah, forget the need to know everything, baby. Forget the need to know everything. Wow. I guess we're gonna put all these numbers together. Whatever the spirit is showing. All right. Because it is what it is. Cut the deck, flip it over, take the one on the top and one on the bottom, and one in the middle. Man. It's about to get wild. All right. So, I'm guided to put all of this in numeric order. All right. All right, so we're going to put everything in numeric order. It's going to tell a story. It's going to tell a story. Yep, as you guys know, I'm highly intuitive in my prophetic gifts, and when it comes to these cards, I don't know what all of them mean. I love cards. I've been pulling cards since I was a little girl. It's always been my thing to do. Even at restaurants, I wanted to pull the cards. I was hoping people would leave their cookie on the table when we went to the Chinese restaurants, because that was just my thing to do. My mom had a little card thing for the scriptures, and before I go to school, I remember running back in the house sometimes just so I could get a card. It was my thing to do. Yep. And now I realize I come to discover something new that I never knew. Because, sometimes many of us have been raised in environments where everything is a no, 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 no. Instead of allowing, the energy of allowing. And so anyways, I found myself, oh wow, all right. I found myself really involved in the numbers, but numerology, God taught me numerology, the math of it, and the parallel. I didn't learn from some school or whatever standard. I don't know. I didn't learn it from that. Spirit taught me mostly everything I know. Yeah. What was that? 1 Corinthians 4:16. I think that one is about the spirit. I can't remember. Love it. All right. So we have 20, 21. 4 and 1 is 5, and then we have 18, which is 9, and 3, which is 12. 12, 21. That was in our first pull, right? 12, 21. That number may be important to somebody. And then here we have 20 and 18. 18 is 9, and then you have the 20, 29, which is 11. 11, 12, 21. 3, 3, 9, and 2 is 11, which actually is a 3. How I was taught numerology, 11 is actually 3. That's how the divine taught me. So 1, 2. I don't know how you learned it, but that's what the divine taught me. Okay, and the math always be math, and so all right, whatever. Like 9 is 1, right? Don't ask me. It is what it is. And that's for somebody too. Who be asking questions? You be asking questions like, because, the spirit be guiding you. Because it ain't like that. Because what? Because somebody told you that? Oh, okay. All right. And look at that. 3. We got Ace of Wands and Dominion. You got 3. And this is also as 21. I always consider that 7 too, which is 7 as well. But Spirit said stick with 3, because then we got 3 here again, and we got sorrow. Somebody has been through sorrow, including you. Whoever you are, it wasn't just the person that we're talking about that you got to go back and revisit some of their actions or whatever you've been told, or something that has happened in the past that you have to revisit because it's not what you think. That's the message. It's not what you think. So you're going to have to revisit, reverse, okay? And consider the sources in your life, okay? Who been talking to you, baby? Who's been talking to you? Somebody been talking to you, messing stuff up, hating on your life. Sorrow, 3. And then there's virtue. See, power and dominion. This is a fire energy here. This one, that's a fire energy. The Ace of Wands. With dominion. Spirit told me to look those 2 up. And then we're going to look up the sorrow and virtue, because on top of that, so you got 3, 3, 3. Look up that spiritual meaning of 3, 3, 3. 21, 12. 2, 1, and then 12. Which 21, 3. And then also 7 though. And here's a 3. It's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's going to break down 18. Breaks down to a 9, but it's also 18, the common denominator of that. It's going to be 12, which is 3, and then it's going to be a 2, right? Which will give us that 20, 2, 2. So you got 2, 2, 2, 2, baby, 2, 2, 2, 2, do, 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 do. Then that cycle complete. That's the 4. Then you got 5. Do, 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 do. 2 different dynamics here. Okay, 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 okay. Got a 10. Great strength and wealth. Wow. What's complete? This experience of defeat and disappointment. That's over. Whoever, and if I'm talking to the person, the conduit the current who has been the one who was going through some stuff, if I'm talking to you, that cycle of defeat is over. Yes, it is. You have victory. Victory of all the over. They've been putting all kind of, trying to put hoodoo, voodoo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and all kind of stuff. People think that's a joke, and that's literally, that has been happening in people's lives. Yes, it has. It's been happening in people's lives, but guess what? It's over. All of that overindulgence and all that kind of stuff, they were defeated, disappointed about them being defeated too. They did not have victory in that situation. It is over. It is over. Do you understand over? Do you understand how over it is? It is so over that it's over and then it's over again. Okay? It's that kind of over. All right? All of the trouble and all of the attacks towards you, towards your mind and your life, that part is over. It even having, sometimes, it's like a ricochet. Like, it didn't affect you. It didn't break you down because you're resilient and you kept going. You kept doing what you had to do. But their time is over. If we looked at the death in another way, that could be bad. Also that. They're under judgment, and depending on the nature, they could be experiencing death in their life because they refuse to pay attention and to go through the process of the ascension. But you persevered and you have victory over all of the mess. But your victory too You're going to receive great wealth. See that? Great wealth. An abundance of it, like over in every area of your life. It's like pouring out over everything. Because you weren't fighting for the money either. That's not what you were doing. Spirit had told me to look this up. We're going to be obedient. All right. So, all right. We'll look that up too. And here, Prince of Swords, the Queen of Discs, and the Queen of Cups. All of these are energies. And Spirit says it's describing you, the one who had been through all this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, speaking to your intentions. You have a beautiful spirit. See, that's judgment twice. The AM, that's judgment twice. That's judgment again. Somebody held secrets against this Empress energy. But there's full circle. And there's power and dominion over this situation. After a period of sorrow, depression, and things, you have victory, great strength, and there's great wealth that's coming into play here in your life. That's what's happening. And it's about to get wild, baby. It's about to get wild. Super duper wild. Yeah, it's about to get wild. And you're, come on now. That's right. Let's look up this power and dominion. Ooh, Lord. No, it's not 212. Okay. Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands. No, two of Wands and Ace of Wands. Okay, Two of Wands. Future planning, making decisions, and exploring new opportunities after achieving goal. Aww. So, you made it. You made it. And look at that. Let's look at the combination. All right. When these two cards, that's the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands, appear together, it's a sign of a new beginning and taking control of your life. Sorry. The combination of Ace of Wands and Two of Wands represent a time of great potential, but it's up to you to harness that potential and take action. This combination suggests that you need to take a step back. Look at that. Did we not just talk about taking a step back? Come on now. See, looking at it, the bad thing. It's not. Take a step back and assess your options before you make any big decisions. You have the power to shape your future, so make sure you're making smart decisions that will help you achieve your goals. This combination also suggests that you need to take action and move forward with your plans. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you. Go out and create them. This is a time of great growth and progress, and you need to take advantage of it. What I just tell you, it's about to get wild. It's about to get wild in your life, baby. That's right. You made it. You made it here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it and doing it and doing it now. Yeah, Spirit said that's what. Okay. That's the message. Let's look up Queen of Discs, because that's that biggie sitting here, right here. Oh, that's right. The Prince of Swords. Did I look up Prince of Swords? Okay, Prince of Discs and Prince of Swords. I'm so glad you guys hung out with me today. I'm so glad. Okay, the Queen of Dust. Lord have mercy. Okay. The Queen of This represents nurturing, grounded, security. Okay, see at first, see, look. Oh, wow. Is it a union coming up in here? What's going on? What's going on now? All right. Wow. Grounded, security, and material abundance. Look at that. Embodying practicality and a deep connection to nature and resources. In contrast, the Prince of Swords symbolizes quick wit, impulsive, and potentially sharp mental energy, very sharp mental energy, often associated with rapid communication, investigation, and assertive action or thought. Listen, okay. See, earlier, were y'all here? This person is about to take, whoever, in case that person is listening, 215 keep coming up. We have to look that up. Listen. This person, they made up the mind. They about to come forward. Towards this Empress. Full circle. I'm trying to tell you. They done already got the message. The secret's out. They already got the message. They already know. All this, like what I was telling y'all about, the Spirit saying that's the truth. They already know. They have been told. If they listen to the message, this here is your confirmation. They already know. I gotta look this up. 19 is important too. The number 9, 27. All right. Listen. I love, look at that. 127. All right, listen. Look that up. It's very safe for me to look it up. I got you. Okay, hold on. And it's also for somebody, for you to take action quickly on what you have been given and what you've been blessed with. We got to do this right now. 215, spiritual meaning. The spiritual meaning of the number, positive change, adaptability, and trusting your intuition. Well, we're not just talking about that. Jeez, you've been questioning your intuition. You keep questioning the intuition. You keep questioning how God is leading you because it's different than what you, it's different than what you have been, what you thought for a long time. You've been solid on it. Divine is saying, I need you to reverse. That's what you got to do, baby. You got to turn it around. Loopy-doop. Signifies that your guardian angels or the spiritual forces are encouraging you to embrace new phases in life, even if they seem turbulent. Did we not just say that? That's why that number keep coming up. And then the other one is 27. Okay? I don't like to have that sound on here, guys. All right. 20, we're going to look up 27 too. The Spirit said look up 9 as well. And the Spirit has enjoyed us today. Isn't that nice? I don't know if y'all did, but the Spirit did. Spiritual meaning of the number 27 combines the energies of 2, diplomacy, balance, again, partnership, and 7, spiritual awakening. We say you're not moving up into that awakening. You scared of the tower that come with the awakening, the ascension process. You don't want to go through the death. Remember what I said, what I tell you. Only death in life. The only death in life is spiritual death. Is the ego. All right? That's it. It's not the other one. It's you go to the other side. It's actually a beautiful thing. They say it's a beautiful thing. And 7, spiritual awakening, introspection, enlightenment, to signify a harmonious balance between the material and spiritual worlds. Somebody who's able the balance. Remember what we talking about? Spiritual and natural, the spiritual and material world. This person, and so what that was also signifying, where was it? We had a combination here where it was, I put it back. But y'all, listen to the rewind, okay? We talking about rewind, okay? Yeah, so between the material and spiritual worlds. So these numbers are clarifying where we talk. Seeing 27 often suggests a period of spiritual growth, enlightenment, and aligning with your divine purpose. With guardian angels encouraging a deeper spiritual life through meditation, intuition, and self-trust. So see, that's what you're being guided to do. That just like clarified everything we were talking about for all these hours, okay? That's what we're talking about. Take one up top, what we talking about? Oh, look at that. Swiftly, things are about to do. Swift, baby, swift. Boop, just like that, boom. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, baby. And it's what's on the bottom of the deck. Oh, look at that. The fool. You took that leap of faith. And if you didn't, you about to. That would, no, okay. You took the leap of faith. Encourage you to take it. Jump off the bridge. No. Don't jump off the bridge. Cancel that. Cancel that. Take the leap of faith in your journey. I'm gonna erase that out. I'm gonna have to erase that out because I don't want nobody talking. She said, no, I didn't. That's not what I'm talking about. Ooh, Lord. There's great change that's coming. Listen, y'all, we can keep going on and 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 on. As we can keep doing. But we're gonna let it go right now. Because your girl got to go. Got to go. I love you. 222. I love you. Look at that. I love you. And there it goes. 222. I choose to be guided. It's been so real today. I love you. Transformation. It is so. Now I'm going to go fix my nail. I got a meeting. Do my hair. And let's go. I love you guys. Aw, look at that. Lights on. Aw. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit was all up in the room, all up in the house. Now the light is on again. And y'all, I'm not turning this on and off. I just want you to know that I'm not. Literally, I'm not. This message was for somebody. And it's very important. All right, I gotta go. I love you guys so much. It's like lights on the stage. Whoever you are, the lights about to get turned on in your life, okay? Lights, camera, action type thing. Lights, camera, action, okay? It's about to get down and da-da. Good for your soul. Wow. Okay, listen, I love you guys. I gotta go. I'm just so excited. Like, come on, lights, camera, action. It's like, okay, the stage has been set. And it's on, and they're turning the lights on because it's doo-doo-doo. I gotta go. I love you guys. Wow.